Okay, no worries. But just feel free to jump in if you have any questions at all. We are recording, so as you come in, it'll tell you that we're recording. And of course, if you have any questions, any concerns, anything like that, just kind of jump in. Everything is going to be fine on that. All right. First of all, just want to say to everybody, Happy New Year. Merry Christmas, Hanukkah,
Thank you.
Kwanzaa.
Hey, Dr. O, Happy New Year to you too.
Merry Christmas,
Thank you.
Kwanzaa. Hey, all of that.
Thank you.
Stuff. Yeah. Hey, but it's time to get this year off and running. I love it when a year starts on like a Monday or Tuesday. Instead of starting the first of the year coming on a Friday because it's the weekend. It's just this year hit the ground running. So again, what we're going to talk about is something I think is very, very important. And the training is, planning your business success and the things that you need to do that. So one of the things that led me to do this is that every year I send out Christmas cards with our family picture on it. I also send out in there a calendar, magnetic calendar that the people can put onto their refrigerators. And that has brought me a tremendous amount of business over the years, even over the decades. I do it every year. At one time, I was sending out about 1,500 of them. Not the cards, but just basically the calendars. But I soon learned that that's not the proper way to go about that. So we're going to cover that there. I'm going to start off by giving us some very real realtor statistics. Now, you can verify this on NAR. I took a little bit of a liberty there, but according to NAR, National Association of Realtors, 33% of new agents quit after their first year as a realtor. Okay, and then next, 87% leave the business after their first 5 years. And then 90% of all transactions are handled by 10% of the agents in the United States. That's commonly called, well, actually the Pareto rule is 80-20, but 90 and 10. This is right from NAR. Why is that? And the answer, I'm going to answer my own question, is that they do not have an SOI. Now, what is an SOI? An SOI is a sphere of influence. And I'm going to go over what you need to do to make sure that your SOI is productive and effective and can carry you through the good times and the bad times that are going to come, because we all know that real estate is a cyclical business. Okay, so SOI is sphere of influence, and what that is everybody that you know who knows your name, they should be in your sphere of influence, your SOI. And anyone that you met before and that still remembers you, and if somebody, in other words, mentions your name to them, then that person acknowledges, oh yeah, I know them, I know Linda, or I know Angela, things like that. They should be in your SOI. Okay. Now, as we look at that, who should be in your SOI? That's pretty much everybody that that knows you. They would recognize your name if a conversation came up. Okay, if you say, hey, Kimberly Mitchell. Yeah, oh yeah, I know Kimberly. Yeah, she's real. Yeah, they should be in your SOI. Who should not be in your SOI? Okay, people who you have not met, or you don't recognize their name and they don't recognize you. Don't feel, now I did this when I told you I had 1,500 people in my database. We didn't call it SOI, it was a database. 1,500 people, and I'm sending out all these, spending all this money, sending them calendars, half of them coming back and all this kind of stuff, wasting time and money. And the people did not recognize me. So I went through a training and they taught me how to categorize the database, my sphere of influence, so that, it would be more productive. I'm not sending stuff out to people who don't even know me. So don't waste your time and your money trying to make them recognize your name. Okay, if they don't recognize it right off, and then we're going to talk about how to build that. But that's going to be your initial database. So start out with just that. Okay. Now, the next thing you have to do. So first of all, we know what a SOI is. Who should be in your SOI? The next thing we need to do is save time and money by scrubbing down your database, your SOI. By scrubbing down, I mean scrub it down to an effectively manageable number. When I was, and really was me and assistants, labeling stuff, stuffing envelopes and all that other kind of stuff, big boxes coming in and then paying all of that postage to send them out. It wasn't really manageable, okay? And it wasn't productive. So I'm sending out 1,500 calendars and I'm not getting much of a return on that. So scrub it down to just an effective, manageable amount. And manageable will be what you decide is manageable. Okay, how much time are you going to spend on this? And I would say initially, if you're first time doing it, first couple of times doing it, once you get it right, once you do all the things that we're going to discuss here, then you'll be able to determine that it's a manageable time, the amount of time and money you want to invest in this business coming back to you. And we'll cover that in a little bit. So you want to scrub it down effectively to a manageable number, okay? You want to delete those names that you can't remember. If you can't remember the people, get them out your database. Get them out of your SOI. The likelihood of them contacting you out of the blue is slim and none. So take them right out and make room for people who are going to do some business for you. So you delete all those folks you can't remember. Now, in terms of the scrubbing of it, what you want to do is also send a quick video or text or call to somebody and, to those people who do remember you and verify and update their information. So you just have a quick text. Hey, look, I have your email. I obviously have your your cell phone number, but I need to add your address to my database so I can send you newsletters from time to time. Little things like that. And you're making those touches. Those touches are real important. We'll get into that in a minute. So make sure you are asking for a business referral. People in your SOI, they understand that you're in business. That's why that's how they know you, from being in business, or they know that you're in the business. Maybe they're related to you, friends or something like that. But it's all about business. So don't be scared to ask for a business referral. Many times the year has gone by and I have a conversation with somebody that's in my SOI and they say, oh yeah, man, my neighbor sold their house next door. Oh, did you know they was going to sell? Yeah, we had been talking about it why didn't you call me? So you don't want those things to happen because it hurts when they happen. So again, scrubbing down your SOI, deleting those that you can't remember, send a quick video or text or call to those and just update your database. Make sure you have all of their current information. Make sure you ask for a business referral. And then repeat these 4 steps until your database is scrubbed down. And the first time I did it, I went from 1,500 names down to about 250. It was ridiculous. I'm like, who is this person? I'm sending them my investment money. I'm paying for these calendars. I'm paying for the postage. I don't even remember them. They probably don't remember me. So I stopped that really, really quickly. All right. One of the next things you want to do is now earn mind share, or what I call top of mind awareness. Way back in the day, I used to work in fast food. I was a manager in fast food. And one of the things that they always taught you was top of mind awareness. Like if I say, have it your way at, you already know what the answer is. So, and all the little jingles that they do, that's to cause top of mind awareness. I heard one reporter say, if the whole world was wiped out or some catastrophe, some worldwide, pandemic of some sort, and some alien nation, alien creatures would have come here, and when they see those golden arches, they would probably think that it's a religion of some sort. That's like a church or something, because there's so many of them. There's probably more McDonald's than there are of even churches and houses of worship. So make sure that you are occupying their mind, top of mind awareness. It's real, real important. Make sure that anyone in your sphere of influence thinks of you first when it comes to somebody buying a home, selling a home, or buying investment property. You have to have that conversation. It is not something that your people that are in your database are going to commonly think of. They think, well, you've done business without them before, so they don't need to send you business. You have to help change that mindset. Okay, let them know that you continue to stay in business because good people like them continue to refer other good people to you, and that you would really appreciate their help in keeping you in business. And that's a plea, and you're not begging for the business, but you are having a conversation with them. Why? Because they really don't know. They really don't think of it like you have a real estate store, you have a real estate business. They don't think of it. They think you're a realtor, but they don't really know what that means. So, you have to let them know, hey, the way I stay in business is by giving good service and getting those people that I served well to give me referrals. And hopefully I've served you well enough to earn a referral. So you have to have that conversation. And we're not having that conversation nearly enough with all the people in our database. And I mean, family members, acquaintances, if you know them and they know your name and they know you're in the business, then you should have that conversation with them. All right, let them know that you're in the business and you're good people. And ask them. You have to ask them. You have to ask the question, hey, do you know somebody that's thinking of buying or selling now or in the near future? I've learned that thing. Hey, who do you know that's thinking about buying or selling now or in the near future? It's a loaded question, but if you pop it off like that, they'll start to think, oh, let me see. And they may even come up with a name, okay? So, don't be scared to ask, because if you don't ask, they're not going to think that you really need that information at all. So so it's your job to ask them, your job to remind them, this is what you do for a living. This is how you earn your bread and butter. This is how you put food on the table, clothes on the kids' backs, getting them through school and the whole 9 yards there. So, make sure that you are doing that. And let them know that you'd be honored to serve their referral. You'd be just honored to do that. And you're going to keep your name and their name in good esteem, because you want to protect your name and you want to protect their name. And just let them know, hey, that's what you do. Okay. Now, getting on, that was actually step number 4. We're going to talk about step number 5, establishing your SOI contact plan. It's very, very important that you do this. I can tell you, I've been in the business 35, 37 years, something like that. And there's very few licensed professional realtors that have a database that they're working on a regular basis. And the ones that do are the ones that are surviving year after year. They're part of that 10%. Because you have to have, we used to call it a database, now we call it a CRM, client relationship management program, some way to touch your people and ask for business. Let them know you're in the business. That's your job. Your job is to advertise to them that you are in the business of helping people buy and sell homes. That's what you do. Very simple. Somewhere along the line, I talked about an elevator speech. Elevator speech is a 30-second plug about what you do. You're on the elevator and you're getting on the first floor. You're going to the 4th, 5th floor. The other people getting off on the 4th floor. They press 4. Hey, how you doing? Hey, what do you do? In that time period, in that 30 seconds or less, really about 15 seconds, you should be able to have a practice delivery of what you do and how, and your delivery needs to say, this is what I do. I help people buy homes with as little money down as they possibly can put together. I help people sell homes for as much as they possibly can in the market. And I help people buy investment property so that they will have some legacy income for their future. That's a quick, just a quick one. That's what you do. Oh, okay. Say I'm a realtor, because not everybody knows what a realtor is. I'm a real estate agent. They don't know I sell real estate. So you do more than sell real estate. So you have to spell it out for them and have that. So, all right, now let's talk back about your establishing your sphere of influence contact plan. Okay. You have to have a systematic process of staying in contact with your sphere of influence. Now, this is really, really important. This is the crux of the matter right here. You need to touch the people in your database at least 40 times a year. 40 times a year. Now, what does that look like? Okay. So Imagine if you just did, say, 26 informative emails every 2 weeks. You're sending them some information piece about, and nowadays you can bulk email to people, and you can go ahead and send them an informative email. Interest rates are going up, interest rates are going down, they're stable, the housing stock is up, the housing stock is down. Just we get tons of information in our emails, tons of information available to us on the various websites, Maryland Realtors websites, National Association Realtors websites, even Prince George's Association Realtors websites. There's a lot of information. You can put together something every 2 weeks and just have it sent out automatically. There are a lot of newsletter programs that you can, they'll almost pretty much put the content in there for you. Go in there, change a couple of things, boom, it automatically goes out to your sphere of influence. Okay, so you can do with like 26 informative emails. Hey, you can send out 12 mailers or newsletters. That's just once a month. So you send them an email, every couple of weeks. Then they get something in the mail from you. Might be a card, might be a flyer, might be an email, a newsletter, not email, a newsletter or something like that. And you're doing that once a month. So these people say, "Oh wow, I got something in my email from Chuck. Oh wow, I got a little flyer here from Chuck. He really must be in this real estate business for real." And now the first couple of months, yeah, it's kind of cute. But the fact is the first couple of years, and they're getting this information on a regular basis. And then you can pepper in maybe a couple of phone calls. Okay. So 2 phone calls a year, one every 6 months. Hey, how you doing? Good, good. Just was calling to see if you had any questions about real estate. I look forward to your referrals. I really need them so that I can stay around for when you need me next. So, anything you can do, anybody you can send me, just have that conversation. But really, that phone call is going to start off by seeing how they're doing. If you really keep meticulous records, then you know their kids' names. And at one time, I had my database so tight it was like this. I had let's say it's a family of 4, husband and wife's birthday, their marriage anniversary day, then the kids' birthdays in there, and not the year. You don't need a year, but you just need to know the date. So when they get a little birthday card on the day, or one guy really impressed, I sent his kid a birthday card to his house with like $5 in it. $5. He was calling me back, man, Chuck, man, thank you so much, man. That was really cool. Imagine now that takes some planning and some work, but if these are people who are sending you serious business, hey, if they send you, and I'll get into the numbers on it in a minute there, but so do that, and then you want to stagger these events to make them occur over the year. So you maybe go 10 days one instead of the weekly, the bi-weekly. You may want to go three weeks on one. Just mix them up and make it so that it's not really, they can't really tag you. So okay, this must be a call from Chuck, or this must be a text from Chuck, or something like that. All right. Now, your SOI contact plan is your most cost-effective marketing system. Now, I gave the description of this training as one that will help you to do more business. It absolutely will. It absolutely does. It is the reason I got a bunch of plaques on my wall, because I kept in touch with people. They kept in touch with me. I would call up. I would have, now I didn't know that. I don't remember all of the kids' name, but it was in the records. So I'm calling, yeah, how's Robert doing, man? Okay, yeah. What's he, about 8 now? Oh, yeah. So you figure that. And what about your daughter, Lily? Oh, yeah. 4 years old. Wow, the time goes by quickly. Again, so you need to do that. Now, if you're doing this effectively, your business is taking care of you. If you're taking care of your business, remember, you have to get in 40 touches within a year. So they need to hear from you, know from you. Okay. So now, with your constant and consistent touches, you're achieving the top of mind awareness. You give excellent customer service and sales and marketing on the mainstays. They're the mainstays of any successful business. So whatever business it is, our business is real estate. Whatever business it is, if you want to stay in business, you have excellent customer service, excellent sales, excellent marketing, and your business will be successful. Okay, so those are just three things that have to be there. And your sphere of influence contact plan is your best source of new business. Now you can go pay hundreds of dollars a month for a cold lead and maybe never ever close that because there's no relationship there. But if there's a relationship, even if it's through somebody you don't know, but they've been sent to you by somebody you know, that's a strong, strong lead. And if you do that, if you work this angle of your business, you'll be in that top 10% because 90% of the realtors are not doing it. 90% of the realtors I know are not doing this. 90% of the realtors that I know, and I know a lot, are not doing this. So therefore they wonder why, well, where's my business? Well, how can I get business? Why am I out in a year? Why am I out after 5 years? In 5 years, if you start right away, you have an awesome database that's sending you business on a regular basis. So, your contact plan is the best source of your new business, your SOI contact plan, and once you serve that new business well, that was referred to you, they will become new referral sources. So say, a client of yours sends their niece to you, you serve the niece well, now the client and the niece are both referral sources for you. So everything works out really well. Then next thing you have to do is now that you have your plan, you have your contact, you have your touches, all of that in line, you have to nurture and grow your SOI. Okay, so how do you do that? What you want to do is try to add 10 people a week to your SOI. That's a little aggressive. Just try, give it a shot, but anybody that you meet, we would teach a lot of new realtors, well, everywhere you go, wear your name badge because it'll start a conversation and they teach them the verbiage that goes with that. And, we talk about a NEPM, name, email, and phone number, get something from them so that you can add them to your sphere of influence, touch base with them like we discussed. And then eventually when their time comes, they'll either do something, do some business with you, or they'll send you somebody because they know that you're consistently professional about touches. So they say, okay, well, this person, they're serious. They call me every so often. I get stuff from them. They're about it. I'm not ready yet, but you might be ready. Give them a call. So you want to add as many people as you can a week. Okay. If you do that, your sphere of influence will be a growing source of increased long-term future business for your career if it's developed properly. And I mean, that's a big deal. And, make it your goal to increase your SOI by 15% or more every year. All right, if you start out with 200 people in your SOI, at the end of the year, you should have at least 230. That's 15%. That means, 2.5 a month or something like that, 2.25, whatever a month, that you added to your database. These are people that they know you, they know your name, they know what you do, you know them. If you just did that, that's going to help build your business. Okay, so make it your goal to increase your SOI by 15% or more a year. And like I said, get their NEP, their name, email, and phone number, and home address if possible. So the home address you're going to need to send the newsletters and those type of things. If you want to send Christmas cards, even if you want to send magnetic calendars that go on their refrigerator so that they see you all year long. I mean, the calendars are really inexpensive. I can't grab one right now, but they're really inexpensive based on the fact that their shelf life is 12 months, 13 months in many cases, because a lot of times when you get them, they have December of the previous year already on them. And even at the end of them, they usually have, like, they might have December 23, all of 24, and then maybe a small yearly of 25. So they have some shelf life. And it's sitting right there on your refrigerator. I can't tell you how many homes, probably at least 50 clients that say, hey, Chuck, I see your face on my refrigerator. I'm thinking about selling my house. Hey, Chuck, my kids need to buy a house. I see your name on my refrigerator. So many times. I was at a men's retreat in the beginning part of December, about a month ago. And I'm sitting there, I like to go to men's retreats. There's a lot of guys we don't know there. And I don't know. And I'll sit at a table that I don't know anybody. And we just start talking. I know that these are, good Christian men. They come from different churches. Sometimes they're coming from the same church, or what we call the parent church. And I'm sitting there talking. This guy said, you're a realtor, aren't you? And now I'm not dressed at all like real. I'm in it's cold up there in the mountains. So we got, maybe thermals on and boots and sweatshirts and the whole 9 yards. I said, yeah, how'd you know? He said, I see your face on my mother's refrigerator. I sold his mother a house. I didn't know who he was. I hadn't met him. I sold his sister a house. And see, but that's the kind of thing. I haven't talked to her in a minute, but he saw my face on her refrigerator. Tell me that SOIs don't work. Okay. All right. So you want to make sure increase your SOI, get your net. Now, this is the real cool thing about your sphere of influence because there's data to back this up. Okay. You have to remember the 7-to-1 ratio. 7-to-1 ratio. Okay. So if you have 40 consistent touches to your SOI, it's going to yield, if you're touching your SOI, it's going to yield 1 settlement for every 7 people touched. Okay. So if your SOI is just 7 people and you touch them the 40 times, you're going to get at least one transaction, 1 settlement. That's what the statistics show. So let's look at that as an example. We just talk about the money for a little bit. Look at that as an example. If you have just 210 people in your database, in your sphere of influence, and you touch them 40 times per year, the stats show that you'll have 30 settlements from your SOI touches. Okay, 30 settlements from those SOI touches. And if your average sale is say 350, it's a little higher than that in Prince George's, but at 2.5%, that equals 8750. Now, 8750 times 30 comes to $262,500 in GCI, gross commission income. That's over $250,000 for follow-up, for touching somebody, for touching 210 people 40 times a year, one way or another. It's really, really easy to do. And nobody is doing it. Not enough people are doing it. And they're leaving a lot of money on the table. And I'll be quite transparent. There are some times over the years, decades, that I didn't get and use my SOI where I didn't stay in touch with them and things like that. And I still probably don't do it as much as I probably should. Again, the focus is a little bit different. But, if you're not trying to start a company and build a company, then you want to build your business. Sphere of influence is probably the #1 way to build a good, solid real estate business that you can depend on. Business where you don't have to pay for Facebook leads that are people who are cold. See, when you get those cold leads, you have to have the verbal skills and the closes and those little things to talk them into doing business with you. When they come from an SOI, Uncle so-and-so has told them to call you. So when Uncle so-and-so tells them to call you, he's a respected person in their life, they call. And they're just ready to do business with you and only you. So that is, it was real important to me to make sure that you guys know sphere of influence. Now, I'm going to see if I can share my screen here. Hopefully I have something up there. All right. Can everybody see my screen? Say something. Unmute
Yes.
yourself. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All righty. All right. So this is, if you go to, let me put it to you. You can still see my screen or no?
I can see it says Google.
Yeah. Good.
Okay.
Now, this is realestatetrainingsuite.com. If you go there, it'll bring you right here, which is a Sellstate training platform. Everything you need to know, everything that you need to know about building an awesome real estate business is literally right here in this platform. So I'll go in here. I think I'm already in. So hold on a second. Okay. Dashboard. All right, so these are my courses. So you would go here. Of course, I'm already in. If you went in from someplace else, you'd have to register. There's no cost to it. And you go into here, your dashboard, put in SOI. As you can see, I put it in many times. And then press enter. And now I gave you bits and pieces of what you would need, but you can go right here to SOI. Actually, some of you may want to do this. Start with everybody can see my screen, start with the new agent blueprint. It's going to tell you all the things that you need to set up your business as a good, solid business. And it's going to be doing those things that a lot of people aren't doing. All right, the difference between the 90% and the 10% is the 10% of doing a business. Okay, and then you go in SOI. When you open up your SOI, all of the modules, including pretty much what I just went over, are right here. Yes, they're going to see if you want to get a free coaching session and see how that is. Now, like any other profession, those that have coaches do better, period. Those that have coaches do better, all right? It's going to give you a welcome video and here how to create a real estate sphere of influence list. Who do you know? How to contact them, your SOI, how to create your SOI contact plan, how to grow your SOI. All of these modules are here for you guys for free because our company provides it. So it's free for you, but you believe me, if you weren't associated with me, you would go to this guy and they're going to charge you to get access to all of this material. Tons of material here, but I want everybody to start out with this. If you will build your business around your sphere of influence, you won't have to buy Facebook leads. You won't have to buy, some people are paying $600 or $700 a month to get leads off of Facebook or Zillow or something like that. You can build your own, but the sooner you start, the sooner it'll start producing for you, okay? So again, it's realestatetrainer.com. I think that's what I went to. Yeah, realestatetraining.com. And you can have access to all of this information right here for you. You can, there's actually a video involved here where you can go up and watch a video. Now that's the same. And read through all of the modules. You can download information. And there's like 19 modules in here on how to daily schedule time blocking, management and tracking, systemize your referrals, referrals from existing clients, what to say, how to say it, listing e-alerts, realtor event ideas. Now that's something that's a whole nother training on how to do a realtor event. Now, when you have a realtor event, you're inviting a lot of the people from your SOI, you're paying for it out of your pocket. You might have ponies and balloons and face painting and some food and some music and things like that. And you're just thanking them for giving you business and things like that. You're paying it back. But what do you think they're going to remember? Wow, my realtor fed me and let my kids ride the horses and all that kind of stuff. Your referrals are going to go through the roof. So this is all available to you. Real estate trainer, the real estate, what I say? Let me get it. It'll start the order by, realestatetrainingsuite.com goes right here. If it's your first time, you're going to need to enroll as an agent. Once you enroll, there's no cost, and then you'll be able to go in like I do. It has me here, and I have to sign. I'm already signed in, and just go ahead and go to work. Okay. All right. Now, close this out. Stop the share. Any questions? Taking all questions.
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay. All
Well,
right.
I mean, I got it. I'll try that session.
Yeah. And when you go on it, I'll be able to walk you through it. So just let me know. And it's easy breezy. It really is. It's easy, and there's nobody that's really offering this awesome free training with this in depth. I mean, this dude Brian Eisenhower is the bomb. He's the bomb. When we went to the training in Florida, and he was the teacher for it. I took pages and pages of notes. So he's got a good. This is a good platform. Probably one of the best that I've seen. I encourage people to, take the remote out your hand and get online and learn how to do this business in a really, really time-saving way. And that if you can collapse the time and expand the money, why not?
So Chuck, if you have to schedule a training session with one of the coaches, is there a charge for that? Or is there a time frame, like maybe they give you 5 minutes, 10 minutes or something like that?
I don't know, only because I haven't done that part yet, but I know that the initial call is free.
Okay.
Now, what happens, what I would imagine happens is actually, and this is how they do, because I'm the lady that did our disc thing in November, that's my
Uh-huh.
coach. That's my coach,
Okay.
Andrea. So I was on the line with her today. So that's my coach, and I'm paying for the coaching program because it's helping me do better. So,
So then that's what I'm asking. You're paying for a specific coaching program.
I'm paying
So
for a
does it
broker
mean we
coaching program.
so does that mean we would have to pay for an agent coaching program probably? If
Probably
we
so. I
call for,
can't imagine anything in our business that's free.
I can't either.
The initial call would be, but you know what though?
Uh-huh.
When you get something for free, do you really value it? No,
Well, sometimes I mean
Dolores,
sometimes I do.
Dolores. Okay, I'm going to give you a steak dinner. It's free, or I'm going to give you a
Mm,
steak dinner that's $30. Which one are you going to eat?
I mean both of
No. See,
them.
you dodging
All
it.
right.
That's called evasion. You evading
All
the
right, so I'm gonna
conversation.
definitely eat the one that I spend my $30
Yeah,
for.
exactly. And because if it's not valuable to you, then you can always stop. But if you're learning enough to increase your business, and your increase in your business will be more than what you're paying. So if you're paying that I know some guys that were paying $1,000 a month for coaching, but that's $12,000 a year, right? But if that coach got them 3 transactions by their training and their teaching, and they end up making $40,000, was that $10,000 a good investment? I spent 10 and I got 40. Let me do that again.
Sure.
If you're going to spend, and the money is really a barrier of entry, because if people are not serious about following through and doing it, they're probably not. They're going to waste their money. But once you have that much money invested, see, it's the difference between spending and investing. So you can spend and not get any return. But if you invest, you expect a return on what you spent. And that's the difference. If it's just costing you money, that's a bill. If it's making you money, that's an investment. So it's all in between. It's
Well,
all how you
sometimes
do it.
though it takes a little bit longer, to
However
reap
long
that
it
in,
takes. If you're making
reap
money,
that investment.
well, yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
And
That
some of that is on the person if they're not willing to do what they told, because it's not easy. I mean, I get
no.
homework every week. I get homework every week. So, I'm like, it's not easy, but it is doable. And the bottom line is if it's doable, then you do it and you'll come out ahead. If
But
not,
see, I'm asking about the coaching and the involvement in terms of money, because sometimes when
no.
delving into something that's sort of
Let me let me.
frustrating, you don't want to get
I'll
so
kind of talk with
frustrated.
you
That's
about
it.
this offline, Dolores. But
Okay,
right
we'll do
now,
that. Okay.
no. Right now,
Yep.
my coaching would be to take you right through those
Okay.
modules. They're
Uh-huh.
easy to go through. You watch them, you see them, you read. Half of them are videos. You're just listening and you're learning, and then to implement. So you learn the information, then implement it, and then go from there. And all of this is free. And
Okay.
let me tell you something too. The coaches that you pay for, they take you right through this same stuff that you're getting for free. So you could pay somebody to go ahead and keep you accountable and make you do it, or you can just do it.
I'm finished.
Okay. All right. Any other questions? Any other concerns?
Yeah, the trainings they have like the scripts you can do in order to convert leads, right? Like convert different types of leads.
Yeah. In most of the training modules, there's a video, there are PDFs with the scripts and everything else like that. Yes. Yes. Just go in there. And like I said, I'm getting ready to put together a custom training suite, which will really will take somebody from brand spanking new to, really a top producer, and have them go modules along the way. So you can start here and just work your way up the ladder. It'll open more. But right now, all of that stuff is there. If you say sphere of influence, I don't want to do that. Okay, find something else. So, I know that sphere of influence works because it's worked for me. I've sent out those calendars and cards for a minute here, and even right now, I sent out the cards this past Christmas. I've already gotten 3 referrals, 3 listings. Yeah, so it works if you work it. I guess like anything else. Cool. All right, y'all. I'm not going to take up much more of your time. We did a good 45 minutes here. This is great. I appreciate everybody's time, energy. I'm here if you need me, and just get a call. We can make this individual. So I'm going to use the modules as a way to do the individual coaching because the work is already done. I'm not going to try to reinvent the wheel, and I've known enough about the business and about the training to know that if we do that, it's going to work. So, when I'm not trying to shrug off my training of you, I'm trying to let you know that it's easy. You can get it on your own. You can turn off the TV, turn on your computer, and learn as much as you can. A lot of it, like I said, is video. You can PDF. You can save the stuff, print it out. It gives you the scripts and everything. I mean, literally, the SOI update script is in that same SOI that I showed you. Hi, this is Agent Name with Real Estate Company. How are you today? I'm calling because I'm updating my customer service database, and I noticed that I'm missing some contact information like email address, phone numbers from you. Plus, I need to do a better job of staying in touch with people, blah, 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 blah. It's right here. And all you have to do is print it out. So everything this is done for you. Now, it is not, this is as easy as it gets. It really is as easy as it gets. Okay.
It's like ragu. It's got everything in it.
You know it.
You should remember that.
I do. All right, what she's talking about is I used to, when I was writing contract, I tell them that they're like, "Hey Chuck, man, you write a contract on my list, and is this clause in it?" I said, "Yeah, man, like ragu, man, everything's in there, man, everything's in there. Just come on, get this contract through, yeah." And so that was something, and we did a transaction way back in the day, and yep, it was in there like that. Everything's in there.
That's how I met you.
Yeah, it's just like it's ragu. Yeah, it's in there.
At Century 21.
Model that they had.
Yeah. Okay, I'm finished.
So,
Bye.
all right, everybody good?
And then,
Yes.
sorry, my last thing is with these trainings, and then also with the KV core trainings, we may be able to like copy and paste some of the scripts into the emails so that we can do the regular emails, especially for us millennials who are more tech people versus calling.
Right. Oh, yeah. That makes sense. Whatever works for you. So, if I'm an old head, maybe I'd rather read it and memorize it or something like that. Or like say, once you can put it, set it and forget it. That's another commercial, right? Set it and forget it. Build an email string with email chain. And like say, you can set it up so that, wow, Chana, that's really good actually, because if you set it up where your 40 emails or whatever will automatically set as soon as you get them into the database. They're on a whole different plan. They're on a whole different
I think KV Core will help you create that plan to do your 40 touches, absolutely. Whether you want to do like the winter maintenance for your home or are you looking campaign. Yeah.
And I set up campaigns for realtors. So again, my job is recruiting realtors. So I'm setting up campaigns. I launch it, and then they're getting emails from me and then texts from me, and then sometimes some content in there and things like that. And I ain't doing nothing. I did set it and forget it. Yep. So yeah, and you definitely can build a campaign for your touches. Now that's really awesome because everybody's not getting it at the same time, but they're getting them within a year. So from a year from the time they get in your database, boom, you launch that plan. They're hearing from you 40 touches, get that 40 touches in a year, get that 1 out of 7 people, and keep it moving. Cool. All right, everybody. All right, time to say bye, Chuck. All right.
Bye.
Call me if you
Bye,
need
Chuck.
All right. Take you later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.